If you were lucky enough to attend a Chicago Bulls home game in the 90s, then you know that Ray Clay made every Jordan moment that much more memorable. And now in NBA 2K, Ray is bringing those moments to life again. Here's Ray talking about his experience.
From North Carolina, Edgar, 6'6", Michael Jordan.
Being the Chicago Bulls public address announcer, being there for the most iconic time from 91 to 98 for all of the world championships, I said, you know, I can just add so much more to the game, I hope. In the Chicago Stadium, we had 18,676 rabid fans who would come out every day to watch the Chicago Bulls play. And it didn't take me very much to get myself amped up to do that.
His airness with the jam.
I think that just the thought of trying to provide that game atmosphere for the players of today has really gotten me, again, myself, amped up to do a good job for them. The Detroit Pistons. You know, the bad boys, they beat us in '89, and following year, the Bulls came back in the finals, and they beat the Pistons in 4, and Detroit walked off before the game was even over. So, that was an iconic moment. It was the crowning of Michael Jordan as being the new king. I think having the PA voice in the game lends so much more credibility to what the game is all about. It makes the fans and the people who are playing the game actually feel like they're right there.
All right, fans, stand up and get loud.
The recording sessions for 2K have really been a lot of fun. It's a chance for me to relive some of the memories that I had from back in the 90s, and I really enjoy being involved in it.
The waiter, Tony Kukoc, with the dish.
My favorite finals moment during the first finals was when the Bulls played the Lakers, and Michael was driving down the floor, and he went up and he had the ball in one hand and switched it to the other hand and laid it in. And I think at that point I called him Magic Jordan. I was just so amazed by what he did. The second one was probably when he had all of those three-point baskets, and he came by and he gave the scorer's table a shrug as he probably put in his next three-pointer.
Look out for 3!
A lot of stars come through the NBA 2K mocap studios, and we interview most of them about the experience.
And now you can add your 2 favorite hosts to that list, because guess what? We're My Career stars now.
All right, stars, maybe a little bit of a stretch, Chris.
Yeah, we're not stars yet, but we're working on it.
Not yet, but getting first-hand experience at mocap was so much fun.
It really was. We got to wear the mocap suits and film a scene. And as you progress through your My Career experience, your My Player will run into us. Here's a behind-the-scenes look at that scene.
We are about to get my face scan.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. A Sunday afternoon with the NBA here on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. Kevin Harlan here with Greg. DA, it's all yours.
Well, thank you very much. Now,
it always does. It keeps the fans involved and looking for more. David, thanks. Let's check out Seattle's starting lineup. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Desmond Bain. Then it's Mitchell. Then it's Bridges. And it's Holmgren in at center, locking down the middle. And for Dallas, up front it's Finney-Smith at the 4, with Wood at the 5. At the guard positions, it's Doncic and Hardaway Jr. And it's Oladipo in at the 3 spot. Pass to Wood. 4 on the shot clock. Hardaway, that's a 2-pointer. The shot will not fall. And it's the Sonics taking it the other way. Greg, you have to love the impact that Tim Hardaway Jr. has had on the defensive end.
He's got a great wingspan to bother shooters and contain penetration. Always aware of where the ball is on the floor. You could call it an underrated defender.
Back to Oladipo. Hardaway against Bain. Now here is Hardaway. Defense is right there. Over Bain. And Holmgren pulls it down. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Supersonics. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Boy, that's weight room strength there. Just muscling in this shot despite the aggressive coverage. That's good work by Bridges.
The Supersonics shooting their first free throw of the game.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
You know, I know that's an aspect they've been trying to address as a team. I mean, they've got to get those free throw numbers up and improve.
Doncic against Gilgeous-Alexander.
When you play with Luka now, Doncic, he's ready to find you if you're open, so you've got to be ready to receive.
Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. No good on the 3. For Dallas, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Oladipo, drilled from 11 feet out.
You have to respect Oladipo's jump shot now. I mean, he is a skilled mid-range shooter who likes to shoot it from there.
Doncic against Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Bain from past the arc. Mavericks with the rebound. Doncic outside. Pass to Wood. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Mitchell finds Bridges. No good that time, so the Mavericks will take it the other way. And Oladipo has it in the corner. The offensive rebound that gives them the lead.
Well, anytime you've got a player that can give you extra possessions, that's a great asset, and Wood is a fantastic offensive rebound.
Here's Holmgren. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Back to Doncic. It's tipped, and they'll get another chance. Floats it up for Wood. The shot from the low post is good.
Boy, with a bushel basket full of moves at his disposal, Wood will dominate in the paint if given the opportunity.
Outside, Bain. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Bain. Seattle needs to get off a shot. Shoots it up. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. The Mavericks leading. Oladipo outside. Here's Wood. Right now, checking his stats, he's averaging over 23 points a game. And now, let's take one more look at that great Mobile One drive.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
It's still early in the season, and teams are still trying to figure out rotations. Greg, what's it like to play in a game like that tonight?
Well, for a lot of these guys, Kevin, it's all about jockeying for position, making an argument for minutes. And you want to earn the trust of your coaches.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
For your favorite dance team, your D-Town
Oladipo against Mitchell. And there's the bucket from Victor Oladipo.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Bridges. That's it. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Well, I tell you what, it's obvious Bridges takes great pride in working through contact and capitalizing.
Bain against Hardaway. Seattle grabs the miss. Holmgren's got 4 rebounds now tonight. To the middle. That's out of bounds. Seattle will retain possession.
ball. Substitution for your Mavericks. JaVale McGee.
The pass to Holmgren. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 5. Releases. That one a little long.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Here's Wood. And it's Seattle with the rebound. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
No, strong take by SGA. 6'6" with point guard skills. What a nightmare matchup he is.
Josh Green's checked in for Doncic. Mavericks have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Always going up for the alley-oop here, and it's McGee with the jam.
This kind of athleticism at the center position, pretty remarkable. I mean, McGee letting it all hang out there.
And he just powered that
one of the game's top dunkers.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
Martin finds Dinwiddie. Down low and out of bounds as the Sonics gain possession. A platoon swap here for Seattle. Seattle has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Melton passes to Jang. Here's Robinson Earl. Here's Mann. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. To the inside. Dallas moving the ball around. Wood can hit.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Robinson Earl, the pass to Pokusevski. Floats it up for Wood. And finished off by Wood.
You know, it's all about getting good position, ideal position. And once Wood has that, the rest is simple.
Pokusevski can't hit. For Dallas, they've gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. Martin kicks to McGee. Dinwiddie up top. He feeds it to Green. Wood trying to free himself up.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Here's Robinson Earl. That one wide left.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
And Spencer Dinwiddie has always been a great scorer, being used off the bench more and more. He has a great game to be a sixth man.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Green deciding where to go with it. Here's Wood. 8 points for him. It's rebounded by Robinson Earl. With Dinwiddie off the bench, he will always provide offense and ball handling.
A great point, Kevin. He can set up others, but usually looks for his own shot. Can be streaky at times with it, but when he gets it going, he can win you a game by himself.
And it's Green missing.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And the Mavericks call time here. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
It's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated. Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Man gets the bucket.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Dinwiddie outside. Outside, Martin. Pass to Wood. Fires at the elbow. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Wood's got 10.
Well, Woods has a really solid jump shot, and that one well within his range.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Seattle ahead, up 2. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And before we move on, guys, what do you think about what we've seen so far from the Supersonics?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
At the guard positions, it's Doncic and Hardaway Jr. Up front, it's Finney-Smith at the 4, with Wood at the 5. And it's Oladipo in at the 3, the small forward. So that's who Dallas starts the second with.
And Oladipo's handle is tight now. I mean, it's so good at freezing the defense and then blowing right by whoever's on him. He's got a nice little hesitation move in his ball handling package.
Outside, Bain. Bridges outside. And a miss there on the triple. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for them. And they take the lead. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
How about Wood? Boy, he can hurt you a lot of different ways, and he's on fire tonight.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
Nice take. Staying aggressive with this game, still very much up in the air.
Here's Bridges. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Here's Hardaway, and he gets the bucket.
Tip your hat to Hardaway Jr. there, guys. I mean, even in the face of aggressive defense, he stays focused and delivers.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. 5 points in the game. Stolen. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Down low. And the dunk by Doncic.
You know, guys, you know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Bridges. The Mavericks have gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. Finney-Smith kicks to Hardaway. Here's Wood. That shot, no good. And it's the Supersonics taking it the other way. Here's Mitchell. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Well, I tell you, Bridges doing a nice job there, and his teammates appreciate when he looks to get them involved.
And the Mavericks call time here. Greg, we know from time to time things get pretty chippy out there. What kind of things would get under your skin when you played in the NBA?
Guys tended to talk a little trash, and that could rattle you. That could bother you at times, but you really just try to maintain your focus and keeping your eye on the prize.
Hardaway finds Oladipo. Puts it up from 12, and Holmgren pulls it down. Holmgren's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Mitchell's shot is good. Mitchell's got his second bucket of the game to go.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he promotes.
Doncic with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. And here is Doncic. He's been an incredibly difficult matchup for all of their opponents, averaging 29 points a game.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Count that one. Now it's a 4-point Sonic lead.
And scouts question whether Gilgeous-Alexander could finish through contact. There's your answer.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Thanks very much. Now, from the step back to his attacking style, some have compared Luka Doncic to the Bear, James Harden. There are some similarities, Harden said. Being able to dictate and control the game like he does, he never lets anyone speed him up, and he gets what he wants. Back to you, Kevin.
He always has. They're both pretty fun to watch. David, thank you. Doncic against Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Bridges. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 4th assist in this one. Oladipo outside. Pass to Wood. Some nice passing here by Dallas. This one for 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
Wood's range makes him really dangerous. He's effective as a floor spacer.
You talk about a defensive menace. That's Dorian Finney-Smith.
He has a knack for coming up with a big defensive play. Often lines up against the opponent's most important offensive player.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and he uses the glass on the layup. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Doncic kicks to Wood. Doncic outside, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
You know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. JaVale McGee's checked in for Wood. Green comes in for Oladipo. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Hardaway. Here's Green. From down in the low post, it goes. Green's got it all tied up now for the Mavs. Mitchell outside. Gilgeous-Alexander against Doncic. Bridges, no one around him. Hits it from 3-point range. Bridges has got 14.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Outside, Green. Passes it to Dinwiddie. A floater, good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. For Seattle, they've gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%. Mitchell kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. On the wing, Mitchell. And it's Seattle with another.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Dinwiddie outside. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth.
He could have messed that up trying for a big slam. Nice work going to the layup.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Well, that might be fair, but I wouldn't want to take away from what he did in that last game. I mean, let's just say it's a pretty nice run he's on, no matter how you decide to frame it up.
Doncic. McGee tips it back in. McGee's got 4 this quarter.
And, you know, with his size and presence in the post, McGee has a lot of value on the offensive glass.
And the first time out of the game called for Seattle.
Every time out, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Martin's checked in for the Mavericks.
For your favorite game team,
Seattle has gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Melton kicks to Zhang. There's the pass to Mann.
Two minutes remaining in the first half.
Pass to Robinson Earl. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
Robinson Earl.
And the Sonics lead by 4.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
It's Martin on the wing. Has to finish Smith. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Feeds to McGee. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
I like the fact that McGee not just going through the motions here. I mean, setting a good solid screen, timing his roll perfectly. That's basketball 101 there.
Zhang with a clean look. And another 3 for Seattle.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Dinwiddie kicks to Martin. Back to Dinwiddie. Green left side. And they call an illegal screen here.
Hey, guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch. The game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down.
The lead just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Melton against Dinwiddie. Shoots over Melton. Here's McGee. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Very tough hoop there from McGee. Even though he's in tight, guys, it takes a lot of...
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each, and taking a look at the Supersonics. Kenny, what's your view?
They obviously came in wanting to...
And that's all we have.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. And you know, Christian Wood has been really making it happen, guys.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Seattle calls timeout.
Give a big hand to your
Sonics leading by 5. Checking out now the group for Wes Unseld Jr. to start the second half. We've got Desmond Bain. Holmgren is out there with Miles Bridges. And it's Mitchell. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the 1.
Largely because of that limp, Gilgeous-Alexander feeling confident attacking inside.
Here's Wood. Inside. Out to Hardaway. Driving the lane. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
He's not just a shooter, guys. Hardaway Jr. is also capable of getting creative and mixing things up, too. I like it.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Splashed them one after another. It really was quite a display from the strike. Guys, he is close to where he was last year in that category, but his numbers are still down just a skosh.
Here's Wood, and the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
And that high skill level coupled with the 6'10 frame and Wood looking more and more polished as a catch and shooter.
Holmgren can't hit.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
On defense, the Supersonics. It's a 5-point game.
And you talk about believing in yourself, and how about Christian Wood?
Greg, self-talk and self-confidence is critically important at this level. And, you know, this guy, Christian Wood, was cut or waived from 4 NBA teams. Wasn't on an NBA roster for an entire season. Finally broke through with Detroit in year 5, and there's no turning back now for the big fella.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Doncic. 6 to shoot. To the wing right side. Got a piece of it. Here's Wood. 18 points for him. To the paint for the tie. And Doncic finishes inside. Doncic has got the game tied up here for the Mavs. Bane passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And this young man, a rising scorer who continues to improve. Gilgeous-Alexander may soon be the focal point of every opponent's scouting report.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Finney-Smith's checked in. The Mavericks have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Here's Doncic. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Holmgren.
Doncic, because he's so skilled and so savvy, he does a nice job forcing the defense into tough spots when they're guarding.
And you look at all the things Doncic can do. One in particular, he can control the pace of the game.
And, Greg, I love that about him. His size, his strength, his savvy, his skill set. You really can't speed him up at the offensive end. Everything he does is at his pace and his tempo. He methodically breaks you down.
Dallas has gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Passes to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. For the lead, Wood can't hit. And Seattle shooting 61% from the field, showing some marvelous touch out there. And there's Bridges on the assist by Bane. Bane's got 3 assists in the game. Doncic kicks to Oladipo. Wood in the post. He's got 18, and it's in there.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Hardaway. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Bane. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Sonics lead by 2.
They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Oladipo outside. The pass to Wood. And Holmgren pulls it down. Holmgren's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's Hardaway. And Desmond Bane pulls it down. For Seattle, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Gilgeous-Alexander, good. And it's a 4-point Sonic lead.
With great positional size, Gilgeous-Alexander can finish over defenders.
Dallas moving the ball around. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
Close games often come down to who makes the big plays on defense. And that is one heck of a rejection right there.
And it's Seattle with the ball. The Mavericks have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime.
Well, Hardaway Jr. is a competitor now, showing you some real toughness. He's not going to give you an inch. He's going to fight you to the finish.
Outside, Bain. There's the drive. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And Ben Gregg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Here's Mitchell. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Mitchell's got 8 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Hardaway passes to Oladipo. From deep, Wood. Wow, through the contact, and that 3 almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. Got 1 on Holmgren.
And, you know, since having his role expanded, Wood has really blossomed and grown into it. He's a very talented, dependable forward in this league.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Martin's checked in for Oladipo. Green comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Doncic. Man gets the bucket.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Outside, Martin. Outside, Green. Five to shoot. And it's good for 2. 9 points in the game so far.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Pass to Man. To the middle. Pass to Melton. Here's Robinson Earl. The shot missing. Outside, Green. Knocked loose. Dinwiddie outside. The three-pointer's right on target. Now it's just a 3-point Seattle lead.
Really a smart look that time by Wood, giving the ball up to his wide-open teammate.
Martin against Jang. Back to Melton. Now here's Jang. He's got 9. And the rebound goes to Martin. Right side, Green. It's deflected. They recover it. Inside. Out to the right wing. The wide open look here for Wood. They grab their own miss. And pushing it up, here's Seattle, and finished off by James.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
And the Mavericks call time here.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and their coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
A different look for Dallas. JaVale McGee comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Doncic is subbed in for Martin. Wood kicks to Doncic. Passes it to Green. Now here is McGee. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
It really balances out the backcourt when McGee is able to provide points inside. I mean, that's big.
And the pass to Pokusevski. Drops in the tray.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
The 3 for Doncic. Another 3 for Dallas.
Boy, Doncic showing you his competitiveness right there with the back at you 3. The revenge triple.
Pass to Man. The 3. The Mavericks pull it in. McGee's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Down low. And finished off by Wood.
Well, we talk about it all the time. Hard work pays off, and Wood works extremely hard to fight for the finish he wanted there.
Pass to man. 58 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Robinson Earl. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Puts it up from 15. Akusevsky can't hit.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Doncic kicks to Wood. McGee trying to break free. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Crafty move. Count it. And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. Inside, JaVale McGee.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Victor Oladipo, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Time called here. The Sonics decide to talk it over. Mavericks trail by 4. Doncic outside. And Dallas again with the bucket.
Doncic doesn't give the mid-range a lot of love, but he has the touch to knock it down for me.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for the Supersonics. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be back with you shortly. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. The backcourt pair will be Doncic and Dinwiddie. Up front, it's Finney-Smith at the 4, with Wood at the 5. And it's Oladipo in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks.
And even if Gilgeous-Alexander isn't the fastest guy out there, he stays in balance. It helps him to be effective on his drive.
Wood, that one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Wood's got 24 points.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
The classic combo guard. Gilgeous-Alexander is effective in the two-man game, especially on that first option, taking it himself.
Doncic passes to Wood. Oladipo against Mitchell. Dinwiddie's shot is off. And Seattle's shooting has been just outrageous, 64% from the field to this point. Bain kicks to Holmgren. Doncic against Gilgeous-Alexander. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. It's his third foul of the game. Hardaway's checked in for Doncic. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander against Dinwiddie. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Supersonics.
I think they put an emphasis on attacking the basket, and watching this, you can see why. They have just carved the defense up here with relative ease.
Yeah, you know, the defense just hasn't been able to keep up with them in this one. The transition game, as a result of good defense, has been very strong.
And finished off by Wood.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
And a wide-open look for Bain. The Sonics again can't hit.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Mitchell against Oladipo. Yep, it counts.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row
in the paint. If you can't stop it, here it comes on bright action.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Bain. Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Bridges, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Sonics lead by 1.
Yes, sir. Bridges really asserting himself on offense, and when he's rolling like that, it gets his whole team fired up.
The pass to Oladipo. Here's Finney-Smith. Back to Oladipo.
Sometimes it's about presence, and Oladipo has it. Really willing himself to the line and going right into the defense that time. He forced the foul.
And the first one drops. Oladipo hits them both. For Seattle, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Gilgeous-Alexander against Hardaway. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Bridges, and the shot goes down. Bridges has got 20.
That's a set that's comfortable for Bridges. I mean, he's got a good feel for the pick and roll, either as a creator or as a finisher.
Pass to Wood. There's the triple. Seattle grabs the miss. Bridges outside. Score the basket for his 10th make. 10 for 12. 83% accuracy.
Good job from the interior. Bridges just taking his time and letting these shots come naturally within the flow of the offense. No rush at all.
Pass to Wood. Jacks up a 3. Dallas no good that time either. Sonics leading by 3. Here's Bridges, and he lays it straight in. And that's now 24 points for Miles Bridges.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Mitchell against Oladipo. Back to Hardaway. 4 on the clock. Makes it off the glass.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Seattle. Bridges outside. Off target from three-point range. Mavericks trailed by 3. Here's Dinwiddie. Banked in off the glass.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner. Secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
And have yourself a night, Shay. We know he can dish it, but when he needs to, SGA can just take over offensively.
Here's Wood. Over Holmgren. Wood can't hit.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a 2-pointer. Mavericks with the rebound. Wood's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Hardaway, good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. That's 10 points for Tim Hardaway.
And he is starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Dinwiddie against Gilgeous-Alexander. It's Oladipo on the wing. Outside Hardaway. To take the lead, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Desmond Bain.
You know, I think we all know that Hardaway Jr. is a really good scorer. I mean, the next step for him is improving defensively. They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
Seattle calls timeout. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Hey, guys, no doubt who our pick is going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
I was able to listen in on what Wes Unseld Jr. had to say to the team. This is a close game, as you know, and he sounded extremely confident. He told the players, don't let up now, fellas. This is when we make our move, right now. Evan?
Thank you, David.
He's simply just willing himself to the line here.
And that one misses.
At the line for the away team.
And he sinks the second.
Even with the miss, he got the big one there to put him in front.
Dallas has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. To the inside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Miles Bridges.
Props to Finney Smith. I mean, going up strong, earns himself a trip to the line.
No good on the second free throw.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
Bridges inside. And he banks in the layup. Bridges has got 10 points in the quarter.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
And the Mavericks call time here.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
Your junior defense.
Wood kicks to Oladipo. Outside Hardaway. Just 5 on the clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Oladipo. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. The Supersonics have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch. Bane passes to Holmgren. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren from downtown. Rebounded by Hardaway. The Mavericks trail it. Steps back and fires. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
Outstanding execution that time. Hardaway Jr. loves being the guy they go to in these situations.
Dinwiddie against Gilgeous-Alexander. Cross contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And where some feel stressed, Gilgeous-Alexander feels strength. Love the confidence from the young fella.
Luka Doncic, he's checked in for Dinwiddie.
Getting it done at the line as he usually does. And that could be huge in a tight game like this one.
And now the fast break. Mitchell with the ball. Outside, Bane fires the 3. The shot, no good. And it's Dallas the other way. The pass to Doncic. They shoot again. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
Well, just got too aggressive. You've got to play smart. Got to it on the way down. That's a big whistle.
Mitchell outside. Doncic against Gilgeous-Alexander. To the paint. Here's Bridges. Yes!
He just loves seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
The 11-footer. It's deflected. Here's Holmgren. And it's off from 3-point range. And here's Oladipo. He'll bring it up for Dallas. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Doncic. Count! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big moves.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game. Absolutely massive free throw. That'll force them into a 3-pointer.
Dallas calls timeout. They trail by 3. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What's your take, guys?
And if you can get a three, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So it gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
And that's curtains for them. Some really good work at the charity stripe to close this one out.
Doncic kicks to Hardaway. And Holmgren pulls it down.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check. It was maybe a step out of his range.
And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good. And so it's Seattle winning this one. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance,